Hello guys, in this video we are going to see very famous interview question, that is the difference between comparable and comparator interface. So let's get to the theory part first. See, comparable and comparator are two interfaces, and the difference between two is comparable provides single sorting sequence, which means we can sort collections on the basis of single element, such as name, role, salary, etc. Whatever you can name, okay, based on your project. While comparator provides multiple sorting sequence, which means we can sort the collections on the basis of multiple elements, such as name, role, price. Means you can based on multiple elements you can sort the collections. Okay. The second difference is it is implemented is original class, the comparable interface, and the comparator interface is not implemented in the original card. Original class is not touched. The third is comparator provides only single method, that is compare to, while the comparator provides two methods, compare and equals. The fourth difference would be like comparable is present in java.lang package, while comparator is present in java.util package. So this was the all four major difference. The first one is comparable is single sorting sequence, while comparator is multiple sorting sequence. Comparable is implemented in original class, while in comparator original class is not touched. Comparable provides only single method, that is compare to, while comparator provides two methods, that is compare and equals. These are the abstract method, guys. Compare to, compare and equals. And comparable is present in java.lang package, while comparator is present in java.util package. So this was the theory part. Let's implement it by ourselves and see the differences. Okay, so let's create one project, Java project. Name it as comparable versus comparator. Okay, now let's create a class. Name it as test class. Okay, great. Let's remove this. Okay, now let's create a second class here. Name it as TMP class. Now in this TMP class, suppose we have two private data members, like private string name, private int role. Okay, now let's create a constructor. String name and int roll number, and in this we are going to set the values. Okay, let's set value for roll number. All right, we are done with our constructor. Now in order to use comparable, we have to implement comparable. And we have to override its abstract method. Applicant ampere compare to, and it is going to take one argument. All right. Now let's compare in here. If this class name is compared to is greater than 0, then return 1, else then minus 1. For equals, you can put one another condition, which will be 0. Now let's create one list of type temp, and in this we are going to store the variables. Sorry. Okay, let's import array list. Okay, now set the values in this list. Let's set name as 77, and let's add a few more items in this. Name it as Andy, Mark, Cat, 74, 55, or 5, 0. Okay, all right, we have added. Now we will be using collections class to sort this thing up based on our comparator. Okay, let's check if this thing was sorted. Okay, so first type, then object. We will be using init for loop, and then name of the collections reference variable, and then so if you run this, we won't be able to see the actual name, roll number, name and roll number, because we have not overridden. Only the memory area will be reflected. So okay, it will be reflected like this. So in order to get the actual name which we have set and all, we have to override the toString method. Okay, and we will be returning here the actual data members. Okay, now let's run. Okay, so here we got it like this. First Andy, then Gaurav, then Krat, and then Mark. Okay, it was sorted based on our name. So suppose if you want to use comparator, so in comparator we do not touch anything with original class. So let's remove this. Let's remove this method too. Okay, and these are the private data members, and since we will be using comparator, so we will be needing this getters and setters. So let's implement get is set as public, string get name, name, and suppose if someone wants to sort based on the roll number, then we will be providing getters for roll number as well. All that guys. Okay, so we have removed the comparable. Now we will be implementing the comparator. So as you know, the comparator provides two methods, compare and equals. So first create object of comparator. New comparator, and let's override its abstract method, which is compare, and it will be taking two arguments, bj1 and obj2. All right, now let's import package, and since it is present in util, so we will be importing this interface. Okay, now let's define our criteria. So suppose if you want to sort based on roll number, okay, so what we will do, bj1 dot get roll, if it is greater than obj2 dot get roll, then return 1, else return -1. Okay, now if we are going to, okay, one more thing, we have to call the collections class and sort. You are going to use this method, this list and comparator, this third one. Okay, so here give name of your list and then comparator object. Now let's run it. So it should be like 0 first, 5, then 74, then 77. Okay. Okay. All right. We got it like this. Okay. 0, 5, 74, 77. And it is sorted based on the arguments which we provided. Suppose if you want to sort it based on the name, then we will be doing like this. Since we have getters and setters there, 1 dot get name compared to obj2 dot get name, that's greater than 0, then return 1, else return -1. Okay, so now it will be sorted based on name. Okay, so first Andy, then Gaurav, then Krat, then Mark. Okay, so this was all about difference between comparable versus comparator interface. Please do let me know if you need any more details on this and any kind of confusion and all in the comment sections. Thank you so much.